Food 101. Sorry, I usually do my book 101 review. So, Mr. Mark, welcome to Food 101. And can you please introduce more about yourself?
Absolutely. Daniel, thank you for having me today. I am Dennis Mark Interdonato. I'm over here in New Jersey. I'm a real estate agent full time. I have been in this industry for almost 20 years now. Um, I have a very Italian background. I'm 100% Italian. Grew up in a home where we cooked a lot. And
Cook a
through
lot.
through that, myself, my brother, all of us, we cook and we cook good.
Certainly, Italiano Vero, as they said. So let's talk about your other side of the moon, eating food. So, what is your all favorite dish and why?
I have a few favorites, but if it was like my last meal type of thing,
Yes.
honestly, it would probably just be pizza. Of everything that I could eat, it would probably just be pizza, and like as much of it as I could possibly eat. It's just
Certainly.
it's my favorite go-to food. But if we're talking restaurant food or meals that we cook in the house, I would probably say a really, really good chicken franchise with a side of broccoli rabe and a side of linguine with extra franchise sauce and a loaf of garlic bread so I could dip the bread in the extra franchise sauce. That would be stellar.
That totally agree. Oh, what a suggestion to eat right now. So, do you have a favorite cuisine that you always go back to?
I eat pretty basic because I'm a busy man and don't have a lot of time. So a lot of my meals are a mixture of either like a rice or a pasta, like a rigatoni,
Mm.
um, and then either like chicken thighs that I'll just season very basic with maybe salt, pepper, or a little all season. Sometimes a little bit of lemon and garlic, and then I mix it all up and I'll throw a bunch of veggies in there too. Like a bunch of broccoli or peppers and onions or something like that. And I'll make what we call jambota, which is just a mix. You take everything, you throw it into one bowl and you mix it up and then you just shovel it into your mouth.
Shovel it, people. So, is there specific childhood dish that brings back special memories?
Yeah, mom cooked a lot. Dad worked all the time. And it's funny because dad is like the chef now. But back when I was younger, mom was a stay-at-home mom. So every night she cooked dinner and we never had the same thing twice. That's for sure. She always made sure to just, cook a full meal, um, balanced. We always had a starch, we always had a vegetable, we always had a meat, we always had dessert. Always, no matter what. And we were big chicken eaters. A lot of chicken a lot of the time, all different ways. Probably though the most memorable dish would be chicken breasts and chicken thighs in the stainless aluminum baking pan with lemon and butter and onions, and she would bake that in the oven. We used to have that a lot because it was easy for her. It was kind of quick, and then we would always have a starch and a vegetable with it and a salad. Always, always salad on the table. If my dad did not have a salad, it was not. He couldn't function.
For sure. That's something to look forward to.
hmm
And do you prefer sweet or savory foods?
I'm a sweet guy. I really am. I'm a huge, huge, huge sweet tooth. Anything, cakes, cookies, pies, pastries. I don't care what it is. Give it to me. I will eat it. Put it in front of me and it's gone.
Mm. Certainly. So you're talking about a while ago that you're Italian.
Yes.
So what kind of dish in Italian cuisine that you prefer to recommend?
Favorite Italian food. So this is unique because we went to Italy a few years back. So what I did is every town that we visited, I ordered the same thing. So I ordered a pappardelle in a bolognese sauce, and
Yes.
I compared them. And it was funny how they were all different versions. Every town you went in Italy, it tasted different. Whereas here in the United States, everything, no matter where you go, it tastes the same, no matter where you order it, basically. They all make it the same way over here. But over in Italy, each town had their own specific way to make it. But a pappardelle in a bolognese sauce, as basic as it is my favorite go-to with a big dollop of ricotta.
Mm. Mamma mia, che buono!
It's
As
so
the
good. It's
Italians
so
say.
good.
Sure, 100% totally agree. Delicious.
Yep.
Have you ever tried a dish that completely surprised you?
No. And
No, not yet.
this is probably why. I'm such a creature of habit that I order the same things all the time.
Ah, okay.
You know, changing things up for me is not something that I'm very much used to. But as I'm getting older, I'm starting to take other people's opinions of food, and I am slowly coming out of my shell and starting to try new things to see if like my palate has changed, or if I, like you said, would be really surprised by a dish or something like that.
Hmm, technically. I'm totally agree with you. What is the most unique or exotic food you ever eaten?
Probably, I mean, I've had kangaroo and alligator are probably the most exotic that I've gone through.
What,
Um, yeah,
so what is the taste of kangaroo? It's like a chicken
honestly,
too?
it just tastes like chicken. Yeah,
Oh.
it tastes just like chicken. It's not, it's nothing special. I mean, it's, I guess it's just the name, but yeah, it was tasty for sure.
Mhm.
Yep, and alligator's really good. Yeah, very
Try
rare
it.
around here, but it's definitely good.
Try it.
Yep.
So, are there any foods that you don't like at first you grew to love?
So, foods that I didn't like that I grew to love, ironically, pasta. When I was a kid, I was anti-Italian. For some
Okay.
reason, I just didn't like Italian food. American fare was where it was at for me. So, uh, fried chicken, burgers, hot dogs as a kid, that's all I ever wanted. And if we ever went to like the diner, I would order like a ham dinner or a turkey dinner. And that
Mm.
was about as wild as I got. But as I got older, I really came into my own with the Italian cuisine. And yeah, so that it's pasta. I was not a big pasta guy. Did not like Italian food as a child, but now it's, I'll eat it every night if I was allowed. If the carbs didn't pack the pounds on, I probably would eat it every night.
Certainly. So,
Yep,
have you ever had a life-changing meal? Where and what is it?
I did. And I guess it was because it was part of the experience as well. So I was in Boston a couple years ago, and myself and a couple other realtors, we went out to Morton's. It's a steakhouse. Apparent it's a chain. I didn't know this. We don't have any Morton's from where I live. Never heard of the place, but we went out there and we ordered we all ordered steaks and sides and everything like that. And I literally did not want to leave the restaurant. It was just, everything was just so good. I ordered a filet mignon. It was the best I've ever had. We ordered a lobster mac and cheese. It was ridiculous, out of this world. Huge, huge chunks of lobster in the mac and cheese, three different cheeses, breadcrumbs, crumble. It was just so good. Broccoli Rob ordered that, again, out of this world. They even had, I think it was like a corn fritter something or other. I don't remember exactly what it was, but oh my god, yeah, the whole meal incredible. And then even the dessert, we ended with dessert. I get tiramisu like everywhere I go. That's like my go-to dessert. But I also got an espresso martini, and that thing blew me away as well. It was just absolutely delicious.
Definitely. Que bono, as they said.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
so what is your favorite restaurant and what the dish do you always
Mm,
order?
my favorite restaurant. Oh, it's so tough. It's really tough because we don't, where I live. Um, I mean, there's a lot of like upscale steakhouses around here and things like that. But if I'm being completely honest, my number one favorite place to go and eat is Chili's.
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 Yes.
I love Chili's,
Hmm.
and they just I don't know. Look, it's a chain restaurant, and every state has one. But I love the food there. I just there's just something about it. I will always be able to go back there and have a good meal.
I love the quesadillas. Oh, something to die for. Yes. I love chilies too. So, do you enjoy cooking? And if so, what is your signature dish?
Yeah, I love to cook. I really do. And ironically, chicken franchise is like the signature dish. I've been cooking it since I was 14. One day, I just said to my mom and dad, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna cook dinner tonight. I'm gonna make chicken franchise." And they said, "Okay, go ahead, give it a shot." And I did, and it came out fantastic. And now that has actually become like the dish for all the birthdays in the family. So every time we have a birthday and we don't go out for the birthday, we already know what dad is cooking. He's making chicken franchise with linguine, and he'll make some artichokes with it and some other things, and that has become the signature birthday dish for the family.
Signature, that's awesome. So, do you prefer home cooked meals or dining out?
Home cooked, hands
Certainly.
down. Well, in my family, home cooked because like I said earlier, we're amazing. Everyone is an amazing cook in our family. And there's just nothing like home. There's nothing like being in the comfort of your own home and just having a great meal with your family and talking to each other and eating and not having to talk over other people that might be, sharing the experience in a restaurant or something like that. I'll always take a home cooked meal. Just the fact to be able to be with family at home, that
Yes,
that's that's priceless to me.
certainly. Is there a dish you have always wanted to learn how to make?
A dish that I wanted to learn how to make.
Yes, especially special cuisine, Italian cuisine.
It's not Italian. What do they call it? Oh man, I forgot the name of it. It's when you wrap the filet mignon in the mushroom paste,
Wellington,
the beef
beef
Wellington.
Wellington.
Yeah, I want to learn how to make beef Wellington. Yes.
For
Yeah.
sure, it's one of a kind. And where did you last eat beef Wellington?
It was a couple years ago. I think it was for a New Year's, and my dad actually made them. It was incredible too.
Awesome,
Incredible. Yeah, but he
awesome.
made and he made it all from scratch. So my father, he cooks everything from scratch. All the pasta made right at home. The pastry we use for the beef Wellington made it at home. Everything, no matter what, all his own breads, everything. Incredible. Pizza makes the dough from scratch, all of it. Just chef's kiss, man.
So, you that's why you want to be a chef too
Yeah.
someday. Oh
Yeah.
no, or in the future.
I keep telling him, I was like, Dad, you're retired now. Why don't we invest you in a food truck or something? Because he
Yes.
he still cooks all the time. Pies, pizza, breads, pasta, everything. My mom is always sending us pictures. Look what dad made. Look what dad made. And I'm like, you're wasting your talent, man. Go serve people.
Yes, spread the goodness of your
Yes,
food.
exactly.
Yes, encourage your father
Hmm.
and do a business and go together.
That's right. That's right.
So, what is the biggest cooking mistake you ever made?
Oh man. I've probably done it a couple times. I
Yeah.
have this macho habit of just cooking without like doing the research first. So
Experiment.
yeah, I will just cook things and use ingredients that I think need to go in them, And a couple times I have done that, and it has just completely backfired on me, and it was absolutely terrible. And I learned from my mistakes, and now I at least research a little bit, like how to make things, or measuring, which is another thing. Like a lot of Italians, we don't measure. We just we
True.
we do it by eye, or we say we we use the ingredients with love. It's with love. It's with love. But
Yes.
yeah, I'm not experienced enough to spread the love.
Certainly. So let's talk about your food and culture. How has your cultural background influenced your food preferences?
um it's certainly made me enjoy like heartier meals. Growing up, we always had full meals, and because of that, I grew up to be like a very healthy eater. So every time I'm ordering food or I'm cooking food, I don't just cook for me. I'll cook for me, and then like I'll have a week's worth of food afterwards, because we just learned to cook so much. And that's an Italian thing too. Like there's always leftovers, always. And we grew up on leftovers. Like Tuesdays and Fridays were always like leftover days. So whatever we had left over from like the last 3 days, we would just eat that night.
Hmm.
And so because of that, that's really the only way I knew growing up. So when I started living on my own and I cooked for myself, I cooked the same way my mom cooked for the whole family, but it's only me.
Yes. It's a great influence for your cooking. So, is
Yeah.
there a traditional dish from your heritage that you love?
I really love meat lasagna.
Yes,
It's simple, but it's so good if it's made right. And again, that's one of the dishes in the family that we've we pretty much make it like all the major holidays.
true.
Yeah.
Lasagna is one of the best.
Yes, but it's
And
got to
you,
have the meat in it. You got to have sausage and ground beef in it.
mhm.
Both.
And you can do a lot of version of lasagna.
Sure. Sure.
So, Mister, before we go on, what would be your short-term and long-term goals as a realtor expert?
Short-term goals as a realtor is to just continue building relationships and continue trying to help somebody every single day, no matter what it is, whether it's by cracking a joke and making somebody smile who's having a bad day, to recommending a professional to someone who is in need of that assistance. And if I continue to do that every day on the short term, eventually that grows into a giant network for me. And it also allows me to help as many people as possible, in turn, in hope that they're going to pay it forward too, and pass it on to other people.
Certainly. Good luck to
Long
your goal.
Yeah. Long-term goal, I would like to build out a team and bring additional agents in with me that I can mentor and help in their business goals. And that will in turn allow me to help more families and more people in real estate. And it'll bring me more money too. At the end of the
Definitely.
day, this is my career, and we do this to make money, but we also do this because we want to make a positive impact in people's lives. And that means a lot to me.
Definitely. Again, good luck to your goals, Mr. Dennis.
Thank you, sir.
So, if you could travel anywhere for the food, where would you go?
I want to go to Dubai. I want to try the cuisine over there. Um, I would really like to try some exotic stuff too. But I'm afraid to, because all the exotic stuff I hear is like, don't eat the food over there, or don't eat the food off the streets, or anything like that. So
Yes,
kind of hard. It's kind of difficult to figure things out. But I would overall, I would love to just experience different cuisines from different cultures. I would love to do like a world tour, over like a 10-year span, and maybe visit like two countries a year, and go and
Nice.
sample the cuisines and write about them and review them and things like that.
Yes. And come to Food 101 and let's talk about it.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Dennis, do you believe food brings people together? Why or why
100%.
not?
Of course it
Yes.
does. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Every time we have a meeting, right? Every time you sit down with someone, is there not at least a glass of water or something on the table,
Yes.
right? Cup of
Definitely.
coffee or a piece of pie, or you meet for lunch or you meet for breakfast or anything. Food is always around, or beverage is always around when people are together. So it's like the universal language of people coming together.
Certainly. So
Yeah.
to wrap up our discussion, Mr. Dennis, if you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It's going to be pizza, man. It's going to be pizza. I'm telling you.
return,
It's
return to the pizza itself.
That's it. It's gonna be pizza every day. Just give it to me. I'll have it for breakfast. I'll have it for lunch. I'll have it for dinner.
Certainly, any kind of flavor then.
Yeah, I'm a plain guy, really. Like I'm just a plain pizza guy. As long as it doesn't have olives or anchovies on it, I'm okay.
How about pineapple?
Yeah, I can do pineapple. I think I could handle some pineapple. I don't know. I might feel a little sacrilegious when I'm eating it, but if I'm hungry enough, it's going down.
Why not, right? Most of the people that I asked is that pineapple on the pizza.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
Well, Mr. Dennis Mark Internado, thank you so much for your knowledge that you shared on Book 101, on Food 101. Sorry. So, can you please invite our listeners to support your business?
Absolutely, guys. If you ever want to get in touch with me, and I'm not just saying for anything real estate related. If you have questions and you need answers about that kind of stuff, I'm always available to talk to you. You can find me anywhere on social media under Dennis Mark Interdonato or Dennis Mark Real Estate. I will come up on pretty much every platform. And if you're looking for me on TikTok, it's the only one that's different. It's Red, White, and Real Estate.
Bread and white, people, real estate. So, Mr. Dennis Mark Internado, thank you so much for your sharing your food thought of the day. More to come, people. See you soon.
Thanks, Daniel. Great time.
Great time, Mr. Dennis.